this video, we have the opportunity to take a brand new 2019 Jeanneau 440 out for a sea trial. We also take an extensive tour and give you a look at almost every feature of the boat. This is an episode of Boat Tour Tuesday by Sailing Doodles, where we take you on a tour in some of the boats that we like the most. All right, guys, kind of a cool day for us. The guys at Atlantic Cruising Yachts have invited us out to, they're hosting a happy hour and everything for us, which we
like happy hours?
Yeah, we've never passed up a happy hour. But they also have all the Jeanneau models of boats here, and they invited us to go out on a test sail and kind of take us out and show us around the boat. So what we're going to do today is we're going to show you one of the brand new Jeanneau models, and then we're going to take it on a test sail. So
I'm excited.
Yeah, looking forward to it. You ready to go?
Yeah.
Let's do it. All right, we are here on a Jeanneau 440, is that right? And it's 2019 model?
Correct.
2019 model. So we have Valerie from Atlantic Cruising Yachts.
Right, Valerie.
And then Duncan, he's a captain with ASA, and he's taking us out today.
Nice to see you.
So Valerie, you want to tell us a little bit about yourself and Atlantic Cruising Yachts and what you're doing?
I used to work for Jeanneau for about 5 years. And then I decided to go cruising, kind of like what you guys did. About 2 years ago, after coming back here, I was like, well, I'd like to use what I've learned. And I decided to try selling boats, which I love boats. I love monohull, I love catamarans, and that was the perfect fit for me.
Cool. All right, and then Duncan over here, he's taking us out on the little sea trial today.
You bet.
So where you tell us a little bit about your...
Sure, absolutely. I actually have been in the marine industry for something like 37 years. I've had and run my own sailing school. I train sailing instructors internationally. Love sailing. Love showing people how to do it. And I love being with you today.
Well, hey, thanks for coming out. Valerie, you want to give us a tour of the boat?
Absolutely. Where would you like to start?
Well, we'll just start at the bow, work our way back, and we'll come back in here. We were outside earlier. It's really hot outside. I'm not sweating because it's hot in here. It's nice and cool, but I was sweating from all the work outside. So.
I think we picked the hottest day of the year to do that tour.
Right. Well, let's do the outside tour, then come back in the AC. All right, Valerie. So we are on the bow of the boat here. I mean, most bows are pretty standard, but I do like that you have a bowsprit built in.
Yes, it makes it's really easy to go and reach and then tie your spinnaker,
Code zero, top down furler.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because a lot of boats, like most of the monohulls I've sailed, don't have a bowsprit, and it is hard. You have to hook it up to like the somewhere on the anchor mount, and it's not ideal. And that way, the lines can definitely swing all the way across if you're jibing or whatever.
Absolutely,
okay.
Absolutely.
And then pretty standard here, windlass, chain locker.
Yes, with your remote control inside the locker.
Okay. And then this thing, you know, I love the flat hatches, but the problem with the flush hatch, but the problem is sometimes these are so skin thin that if you step on a corner, they will break. But this is like the thickest.
We build solid. It's about a centimeter. I'm French, so everything is in centimeters.
Yeah. So that's definitely thicker, and then that's your sail locker and such.
Yeah.
And storage.
A little extra storage. It's great.
Fenders. Okay. And it's got a little bench that you can put in there to store. All right. So one of the unique features, it's kind of more evident the further aft we get. But what do you call it? The walk-around deck?
So yes, Jeanneau came back with a really nice concept, which I really enjoy. And I think until you walk the deck of this boat, you don't realize how neat it is.
Yeah.
It's called the walk-around deck. We have 3 models for which we offer this feature. The 410, which is the smaller one that was just launched, and the 440, and then the big sister, the 490. Great boat, really nice if you don't have to go over steps or anything on your way forward. You don't have to go over comings, and it's just an easy access. Great with kids, pets, older people, just an easy access around the boat. So
that's one thing that I have noticed. I think you kind of have set this boat up maybe for an older couple because there's no big steps, and even the companionway going down is very flat.
Yes, so they also changed those steps going down below. We'll see those later, but they're actually more gentle. So again, a great feature for younger kids, older couples, and also just for everybody. It just makes it a nice safety feature in my view.
Okay, all right, let's head back to the mast. All right, so back here at the mast, I mean, I guess this is an option, right? The self-tacking jib?
Correct, yeah. The self-tacking jib is an option. It's a great option if you're going to be single handling and you want a little bit more ease of use. We come up with quite a few options with the sail plans. You can even do a performance sails if you're going to be doing a little more like a racing.
Okay. And then, so all the lines run aft, so you don't have to
Correct.
come up here for anything.
You
right?
really don't.
You don't even have to come up here to reef, because it's got the in-mast reefing.
Yes, so this
furling.
is the standard is the regular standard mainsail in a sail bag, but here in this case, again, for ease of use and great when we have people that might not be as confident or just want the ease of usage and the reducing sails. In-mast furling has become really a great popular option.
Okay. All right, then let's use the walk around deck and head back.
Let's walk around.
Yeah.
All right. So here we are walking a nice wide passageway.
Yeah, really is.
Really, there's no step all the way back.
So really what is easy just walking through here.
Yeah, absolutely no step going all around. So, you know, having the twin elm station makes it also easy. Sometimes you want to be on the high side, sometimes you want to be on the low side. Yeah. Just really a nice way with a lot of grab handle. Again, a lot of safety features on hand here for you.
Yeah.
With, your screen and everything right here.
So you got navigation controls on each side, but you just have the engine controls on the one
Throttles on this side, right.
And that's a nice, comfortable looking seat there and everything too.
Yeah, absolutely. A nice wide, and you know, you can have two people sitting here and relaxing while underway. Just a great way to do it.
Yeah, okay. And then, okay, one cool feature that I think, so this is your standard bench, and then on the other side you have your lay down bench. And you did it in about 10 seconds. You laid this flat, and it really was cool.
And that is an option. You don't have to do it, but most people get this boat. It's not available on the 410 because we don't have the beam to do it.
Right.
But on the 440, you can have the option of having one that's a regular Cummins, basically like this. And on the other side, you can have a lounging one that can come up exactly like it is here. Or you can have it on both sides or not at all.
Right.
That's totally an option for you. Another feature I'll point out to you is this boat was really thought for liveaboard, ease of movement. When you board your boat through the stepped aft, it's actually off center. You have a wider passageway this way going down below. So if you come with your grocery, you will be able to actually walk through and access into your boat very easily. So this side is actually more designed as an L shape and has actually a bit more of a lounging role here, where you can be here and not in the way of anybody going into the boat. So it has, so it's not symmetrical, and that was definitely the idea behind it, is make it as comfortable for ease of movement.
And all these leaves fold up, and then there's a cooler in
Absolutely.
here and more storage for your wine and such there.
Absolutely, and you can have the option of a teak table if that's what you'd like.
Okay.
This one is the standard one, which is really easy to bring those leaves up and have a nice generous seating area with guests.
Okay, great. Pretty much you have your jib sheets coming aft, obviously, but every other line comes back here or over there.
Or here, and then here you can have a secondary winch if you'd like to. And in this case, we have electrical, so with 2 speeds, and
So this is
they're
your
really,
thing.
really
Okay,
easy.
you're spinning. So you don't really need you don't have to have a winch because nothing to pull that big of a load on.
Right, but it is an option.
Okay. Oh, but you could turn it around and come over here with it if you had to.
Correct.
Right?
That's what you would do. You would line it here, and it would come across.
Okay. So it just saves a little money. You don't have to have 2, and this is an electric winch.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, let's go down in the air conditioning.
Let's go in.
Okay. Okay, so inside the salon area, you have your nav station and your electronics controls and everything?
Absolutely, everything is right here for all your systems. You also have a control for water, battery, all your system here. Repeater, in this case they have a repeater from your electronics. You have of course your radio, and then this is your sound system.
Okay.
Always nice to have a separate chart table and a generous size one right here.
Yeah, that would be my office, I think.
Yes, and it's a great place to work. I mean, you're facing forward.
So one thing we touched on earlier is just so many boats are just straight up and down, but this one is a very generous slope out.
Yeah, so they've actually made that a little more slanted, which is really nice. Yet again, with a lot of security in mind, just an ease of movement, only 4 steps, just really, really nice.
And this underneath here is the Yanmar?
Yes, you can raise it up and you have access to your engine with really easy access if you need to fix anything. And then also with additional side access from each cabin on both sides.
Okay.
And, I believe this one is 57.
Okay.
You also have an option for 45 horsepower.
I go with the 57. I mean, you know, it's bare minimum having 44 and a 44-foot boat in my opinion. I like to be able to get that extra speed if you need it.
Always nice to have a little extra power.
Okay. All right, well then let's move into the galley area.
All right.
So into the galley, I guess it's kind of a U-shaped, even more than a U-shape, so you can really be underway.
A bit of a return here, so but it is a U-shaped galley with a lot of storage. You do have a fridge underneath this with just a nice size fridge. You do have your stove with your oven. Extra storage underneath. Right here we do have a nice size storage with extra drawers again. Great because you can put all your cutlery, your plates, all this in here. Again, extra storage with your garbage can underneath your double sink. And then again, some additional storage down here where you can keep your pots and pans and whatever else you want to have.
And behind there too is plenty of storage.
Absolutely, right here you have compartments that actually can keep, you know, bottles and things like that.
And then this is a pretty cool feature, I think.
So we have this as an option, but you can have your microwave that raises up if you decide to have a microwave. Otherwise, it's another extra storage feature.
All right. And then turning into like the dinette area, I mean, we have these folded out right now, but these will fold right up,
Correct. In this case, you can make that table a little smaller.
So that's a lot problem a lot of times getting in back here.
Getting in, and in this case, we don't have a problem doing this. Just a great table.
Will this lower and you can make it into a bed?
It will lower and you can make it into a bed, and you use the cushion behind you to fill in that section. So you get actually a nice 2 people extra sleeping if you need to have that.
Okay.
Don't want to make your guests too comfortable.
Right. One of the coolest features is you have this double door. So you walk down, especially if it's your liveaboard and you don't have like a whole bunch of other people anymore, it's just the 2 of you. You walk in and this big giant cabin.
So I think it's a really nice feature. It opens up that space, makes it more open. Obviously, you have to make your bed to make it pretty, but having the double door really helps making that space even having a bigger feel inside the boat. A lot of light throughout the boat with a lot of hatches. When you're at you can push those and have very nice privacy and shades. So you can really have something really nice here.
Well, I do like having these side lights on the monohulls. You're seeing that more and more now. Just it gives more light, and it doesn't give you that feeling of being in a cave. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. So this is the feature with the single cabin forward, which would be your master basically. And the nice thing about this setup, it gives you a really good size bed. It's like a queen size.
Yeah, that's big. So and a
lot of headroom too.
And then all your closets and everything are over here. I kind of show those.
Absolutely. And then extra storage also under the bed with nice large drawer. I can't pull them all the way out, but they're actually quite deep and very generous storage.
And then so access into it's got its own private head here.
Yes, you have your own private head and in a walk-in shower. So you have actually a dry head. So your toilet is not going to be completely wet. You do have a glass separation.
Okay. All right.
And that's an option. You don't have to do that.
Really?
You have the option for extra storage if you just want one head. You can keep the forward head and then have this as extra storage if you're going to be doing a lot of cruising.
I want the space.
I know, it's nice.
Yeah. Okay, let's move to aft. Check out the aft cabins.
Here we are. Voila!
So here it could be a third cabin, but you kind of have a sort of a storage.
Yes. So in this case, this is a setup with the 2 cabin version with this as a storage area. You can even have an extra fridge in here if you need to have an extra fridge. That's an option. You can still have a mattress in here and have still 2 people sleeping here, but it's slightly smaller than the other side. So this has been actually a very popular setup. Or you can have identical cabin if you do the 3 cabin version.
Well, I like this because very rarely are you going to have more than one other couple on your boat at a time.
Correct.
I mean, maybe kids occasionally, and that'd be perfect.
Yes, and you still have your salon as a backup if you need it.
And then so this head shares with the other cabin and
Correct.
and out here. So it'd be
Yes.
the kind of the guest head.
Yes.
And it enters both ways and it's pretty similar to the other side.
It is very similar. The nice thing is you do have a private entrance from that cabin. So you both have, in this case, we have two cabins, and they all have their own private setup.
Yeah. And then in here, I was really amazed by how big the bed is in that side.
Yeah, and this is why this setup has actually been very popular, because it actually makes it almost like a two-master.
Right. I mean, the bed size is at least the same, but the only difference is you kind of have the lower ceiling there.
You have a
because-
little less headroom,
Yeah, a
but
little
it's
headroom.
awesome.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, cool. Well, I could definitely, this is a lot more comfortable, usable.
Yeah.
We were on a Beneteau 50 for a long time, and we just hardly ever stayed down below just because it was not comfortable.
So, and again, a lot of storage underneath the settees,
Mm-hmm.
the bench, and then I wanted to point this one out. This is a really nice setup. This is where you will have also all your stash of good wine, and you know, gotta celebrate, have a cocktail. So this is where it is. You know, we have a few more places, but
There's always place to store more wine,
there always is.
isn't there, Laura?
Yes, actually, there's bottle room right up there, outside in the cockpit.
When we left Mexico crossing to French Polynesia, we had over 70 liters of wine on board. So
Oh my gosh!
I think
yeah.
we had more wine than water. Not really, but yeah.
Yeah.
We never
Okay.
got through the tequila. I can't
Yeah, we
believe that.
didn't just. So you can use this as storage, or
Or if you wanted to leave aboard and have a need for a washer dryer, this would extend a little further about here, and you would have your washer dryer right here, which
Yeah.
is great.
yeah, that's pretty nice. having a
In
washer
this
dryer.
case, it's just some storage. And
All right, well, this is a pretty great boat. Thanks for showing it here. Let's
Thank you.
Let's take it out for a sea trial.
absolutely, let's go.
Okay. Even though the winds were pretty light, we took the boat out for a sea trial. In tight quarters like this, a bow thruster makes all the difference. All right, Duncan, we're taking her out. There's not much wind out here.
No, there's not, but we're going to make it look like there is.
There you go. If you look on the video. Yeah, what, 5 knots of wind?
It's all going to be good at most.
It's blowing at least what, 2 knots?
Yeah, oh yeah.
At least.
2.3 knots of wind on the, yeah.
Well, that's how fast we're moving. But aside from that, it's all
Right,
good.
okay. Well, we're gonna put some sails up, and there are people sailing. They're not going real fast.
But remember last time we were here?
Yeah, it's pretty windy.
Get out right
Yeah,
there.
you get out, maybe there'll be some wind. There are boats out there with their sails up, but a lot of them look like they're motoring too, so. Yeah, we'll get out there and hopefully get in some wind and throw the drone up and get a good look at it. See how she sails. So one thing that's nice to have, well, on any boat, I guess Cat has them in default, but is twin rudders. So this one has a rudder going down that way and a rudder on that side. And what happens is when you heel over, you get more effectiveness on that other rudder, so you don't, there's no weather helm, which is kind of nice. And it's really responsive. How's that? Like, start turning, see how it feels.
There's a boat in front of us.
Okay, it's pretty far away.
Marguerite there.
But just turn 20 degrees that way and then turn 20 right. Whoa, see how responsive that is? Yeah, I mean, she's barely turning there and we're really throwing there. What do you
It
think?
is more like a car.
It is more like a car. There was less than 5 knots of wind, but just enough to make way. We were headed back in. I was gonna go hang out with Laura up on the front, and I was about to climb over this seat to go up there, and I realized I can walk around. Ah! Well, I can walk around, and then right up here, pretty easy. Well, we're waiting on our slip to open up, so we thought we'd come down here and cruise. This is called Ego Alley. It's where all the people come to show off their boats, because there's lots of restaurants and bars and all that, so kind of cool. Hello. Nice thing about having a bow thruster is turning around this little bitty bay right here. I mean, we could have done it without it, but it's a lot easier with it, right?
Makes life easier.
Yeah. All right, well, Valerie, Duncan, thank you for having us out.
Absolutely, we wouldn't have missed it.
All right, so if people are interested about how can they get in touch with you or Atlantic Cruising Yachts?
You can go to our website, atlanticcruising.com, and you'll see all the different brokers. I'm one of them. My name is Valerie, and we'll be happy to show you around. We have a great area of Jeanneau for sale, so come and visit.
All right, and you can learn how to sail with Duncan Hood at .com.
Well, you got it. Any ASA school, we'll be there.
All right, thanks guys. All right, well, another fun day out on the water sailing in the Jeanneau. That's a first for me.
Me too.
Yeah, so I want to thank Atlantic Cruising Yachts for taking us out, and Jeanneau as well. We're looking forward to, this video won't be out in time, but we're having a happy hour for our viewers here today, and sponsored by Atlantic Cruising Yachts. So yeah, it should be a lot of fun.
Last time we were here was a big hit.
It was, so all right. Thank you, and thank you for liking and subscribing. We really appreciate you. And it's patreon.com/sailingdoodles. That's how we kind of fund this whole thing, and we thank you so much. Yeah, hey. So thank you, Atlantic Cruising Yachts, and Jeanneau for having us out. And thank Jeff for the tequila.
Thank you everyone for showing up.
Congratulations!